Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Jonathan with Dragon Flutes Rising. In this tutorial, it's gonna be a little bit more theory, but I'm going to show you what I mean too. Let you hear it too. We're going to talk about space in between notes and what that means to be able to play the flute and play the flute in a really sweet way. Um, so as you're exploring these sounds that you can create, the sounds, as you know, are beautiful, and that's due to the pentatonic scale that the flutes are tuned to, assuming that you're playing these end-blown flutes that I make mostly. Do have some side-blown flutes out there, and those are diatonic, but these pentatonic ones, these end-blown flutes, are on pentatonic scale, which means that any note you present with any other note, it's going to sound really good. It's a harmonic scale. It's easy to make beautiful music with these flutes because of that. So, what space in between really helps you do is build a container around the presentation of those notes. So, for instance, a lot of people, I'm gonna play a bunch of notes, and I'm gonna play them without much space in between. In fact, without anything in between, and it's, I don't want to lead the witness here, but it's going to sound a little chaotic. It's going to sound a little bit like as if it's dribbling. So here we go. So, I guess I could keep going like that, but now listen to something like that, but with those pauses, those spaces in between, even if they're just for a hair, and see how it makes you feel. So that was still a flurry of notes. I didn't really have any long, drawn out notes there, but I did have small pauses, just a few slight pauses. And it's natural to be playing the flute, and of course, you need to take a breath. And those can be perfect places to take natural pauses. But more so, the space in between kind of idea is how it builds a container around the presentation of the sound as it is absorbed by the human ear. And in my opinion, the human ear really enjoys to pick up on somewhat of a similar repetition, right? It doesn't want to hear the same thing repeated over and over, but it does like to hear the familiarity of, say, like what a chorus means to a song. It brings it back to a hook, or it brings it back to a bridge. And these things are usually presented and presented again to the listener, and maybe subtly, ever so subtly changed, so that it's a little bit fresher every time. And in a sense, those spaces in between help construct what that is for the ear to absorb the flute. The flute is a very mystic instrument. It's got a really mystic quality to it that can, it can be different. It is different for everyone, but a lot of people feel they can be transported by it, by the playing of it. And in that sense, it's the space in between, the silence that can happen between notes, that builds that magic, that builds that space of, wow, here's that music and here's the silence in between, and what's going to come next and how it comes next is part of what weaves the magic of the flute, in my opinion. So let's hear some more and see if we can get it. So in that sense, I played a lot of different techniques into what that little song was. There was some vibrato for sure. There was lots of spaces in between. There was some jump stops. There was some bending of notes, and there was, in a sense, what I would call phrasing, where I presented a little cadence, moved away from it, came back and presented that cadence again, and maybe slightly, ever so slightly changed it. And it's that pattern recognition that can sound sweet to the ear. So, thanks again for watching, and enjoy this. Take it for what it is for you. I hope that it helps enhance your ability to play these flutes, and kind of get you on a faster pace of mastery. These are all things that came to me over the 10 years that I've been playing and making these flutes. Been playing now 14 years and making them 10. And so, yeah, these are all different tutorials that I found, things that I've been doing. And then as I've been moving my flutes out in the world into other people's hands, I figured this would be a great way to kind of give them a way in that's going to be a little faster than having to spend 10 years doing it. So enjoy. Thank you so much. These are always free. You can always come back and watch them as many times as you need, and they'll remain that way. So enjoy.